Me, I don't hold back from nothing. Like I'm myself everywhere. So the tape was basically don't feel like you need to calm down. Like if you want to mob. If you want to have fun, have fun. If you want to do what you want to do what you want to do. So that's ultimately what it was about. And that's me. I'm just a rebel. So everybody who liked the tape is a part of the Rebels Club. So that's pretty much how.
Guys, it is Thursday, and welcome to Bliss Talk. Um, Tonight I have a guest. He is a musician. He goes by Wes Banks, and he says Rebels Club is out today. It's out now. Taking a look at his page and listening to a few of his songs tonight, I wanted to know what was one of his biggest challenges with coordinating what he has going on. If you guys take a look after listening to our interview today at his page, you'll see that he has a video up there, and it looks like it was full production. I mean, the quality of the video looks freaking amazing. And so I want to pick his brain on, what type of challenges did he face when he was creating this project and this video. I also want to know how he pushes through his moods, because one of his songs was talking about, waking up positive. And so I know sometimes it's really hard to push through depending on what mood you're in for the day. So without further ado, I'm going to get my man up here. Thanks. Connecting. Hey, Brooke.
Hey,
How you doing?
what up, though?
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Yes. So I go by Carmen Bliss, and I do this thing called Bliss Talk, where I like to build with people, learn, inspire collaborations with people, especially on their grind. Are you hearing feedback?
Say that again.
Are you hearing feedback?
I can hear you.
You can hear me well? Okay, great. So tonight I'm going to ask you about 5 questions. I'm going to pick the brain a little bit. Are you ready?
Okay.
All right. So you go by Wes Banks, correct?
Say that again.
You go by Wes Banks?
That is correct.
Awesome. And what's Rebels Club about?
Rebels Club is basically self-titled. Like that's basically describes me. I've been a rebel my whole life, and the tape was basically music about everybody who feel like they the best way I can put it is me. I don't hold back from nothing. Like I'm myself everywhere. So the tape was basically don't feel like you need to calm down. Like if you want to mob. If you want to have fun, have fun. If you want to do what you want to do what you want to do. So that's ultimately what it was about. And that's me. I'm just a rebel. So everybody who liked the tape is a part of the Rebels Club. So that's pretty much how it was.
I like that. So pretty much look what you want to do. Going against the grain. People who are music, they can join your Rebels Club.
Exactly. Like, because some people, there's too many rules out here. I don't follow them. I make my own. So I feel like everybody should do that. As long as it's respectful, though. You know what I'm saying? You can't be disrespectful breaking rules, but I just don't follow the rules. Like, I do what I want. I have fun. I enjoy myself. And I like elevating and stuff like that. So that's pretty much what I promote. Do what you want, but make sure it's good and make sure it's really what you want to do. You ain't got to do what others tell you to do all the time. Like, if that's not what you want to do, don't do it. Do what you want. So that's ultimately me.
So how long have you been doing music?
I've been doing music. Are you saying in general or like seriously?
Like, I mean, give me both. So in general,
I wrote my first verse, like my first rap, when I was 12.
Mm-hmm.
But before that, I was always into like music and stuff. I grew up in a household, Biggie, Eric B, Rakim, Nas, Busta Rhymes. Like my mom and my uncle and them always was playing them. So hip hop always been there, but it was around the time when I was about 12 where Cassidy, Lil Wayne, Eminem, Ludacris, all of them made me like, man, I'm about to rap. So I wrote my first verse when I was 12, and I remember that. It was to 6 Minutes of Death by Cassidy. And on that song, I think it was Cassidy, Lil Wayne, and Fabulous. That beat was so crazy to me.
Dope. So 12 years old is where you found yourself writing and being inspired.
Yeah, I was definitely
doing
inspired.
it seriously.
It's funny because the reason for this interview is from a big brother of mine, T. Walker. So I met him when I was like 19 maybe, or I just was about to, either I just turned 19 or a little bit after 19. I met T. Walker through a homie Ty, and at the time I was still dancing because I stopped rapping when I was like 15 because I was hanging with a lot of homies who was dancing, and I was dancing at the time, and that kept me out of like the streets and kept me out of trouble. It was girls, so I was into that. Like, so I danced from like 15 to about 18, 19, and I was even teaching classes around 18, 19. But I started hanging around Ty and them again because I ended up, this ain't really good, but I got kicked out of high school when I was 18. But then I just, where I went to get my GED, I met the homie, well, we ain't really that close now, but I met a homeboy who was cool with Ty, so that brought me back around the homies I used to be with, like when I used to be a knucklehead. And we started rapping again, and I was hot. Like, I was even better than before. And then when T-Walk came around, one day he just sat me down. We was at Ty's crib. I was 20 years old. This was 2012. And he sat me down and was like, bro, you fired. Like, you shouldn't be just playing with it. I feel like you should really, like, do this. Like, you nice. You should really make songs. Because I didn't have my own song yet. I never had a song to myself. I was always doing features, hopping on other people's songs, stuff like that. So that night, I literally did my first song called Blow Smoke. And it was on my first project in 2012. So
Wow.
I've been doing this seriously for 8 years now.
So seriously, for 8 years now, you were in and out. You got into the dance, which is
Say
dope.
that again?
I said you got introduced to dance, so you were kind of in and out there.
Oh, I've been dancing. I got into the dance life with Beat Street when I was like 3. I was like 3 or 4 years old. I used to practice Beat Street, and I used to practice the Michael Jackson videos. So that's how I first like got into that. Like, so I've been dancing forever, but I didn't take it seriously until like 15. Like when we were like 17, 18, I danced at the Apollo in New York. We did 106 in Park Wild Wednesdays, stuff like that. Six Flags competitions. Like, I did all that, but we wasn't like, huh?
I said, that's really cool. And I wanted to make a comment about, T sitting down with you and giving you those encouragement, because I don't think we know how much we can touch someone just giving them that little nudge, that little. I think
he's different, bro. He different.
He is.
Yeah, so that coming from him was like, I don't know, it's like God or something. Like, yo, you need to do this music stuff. And now I'm in Cali and all of that because I listen to him. So, like, it's crazy.
That's super dope. So I'm actually going to get into the interview. I started with those few questions just so I can get to know you a little bit, just because I was going up pictures on your page and I did my research about you. But one of the things that stood out to me on the page was that video. I mean, the gorgeous shot you have in that video.
Which one? The recent one? The most recent one? Okay.
Yeah. It's called, I believe it's called Today.
Yeah, Today, yeah. That's on Rebel Club.
Yeah, that video came out so good. So what was your biggest challenge recording?
What was the challenge?
Yeah, what was the biggest challenge with coordinating? Because I'm sure like a video that looks like that.
It's crazy because the most challenging part, I guess, would be looking for the spots to shoot.
Yeah.
Because the homie who did the video, he's a close friend of mine. So we got a lot more videos we about to get into as well. But when it comes to like Noah, that's who did the video. That's my bro. He's not really good on directing and stuff. So I had to figure out locations and what we're gonna do and all of that. He's nice with the camera work and editing it. So we pretty much collabed with it. So I got like the directing credits and everything. So I handled all that. But the most challenging part would have been when I was looking for spots. So I ended up renting out that penthouse that we used. We was able to use the penthouse and then like the side of it, and then we used like the fire hydrant spot. And when we was in the mountain, that's near my house, right up the street, Topanga Canyon. Because I live near Calabasas in Woodland Hills.
Mm-hmm.
So the view spot was in Topanga Canyon right up the street. And I knew I always wanted to shoot there. And I was like, yeah, that's the perfect song. And I knew what time I wanted it. I wanted it to be around like sunset. So it was like 7 o'clock. We went up there. I had it all in my head. I'm very like weird. I'm very like, I'm real detailed and like I see everything in my head like before I do it. So I don't like doing stuff for no reason. So
what do you know what kind of camera they used to film that?
He used a Sony camera.
Sony, okay.
Yeah, it's one of the new ones, I think. I forget the exact name, but it was definitely a Sony.
Okay.
4K. Sony 4K something.
Well, I have to say that you direct video, it came out really, really well. I was very visually intrigued to watch the video.
Thank you.
Yes, and when I listened to the song today, I heard you talk about, it doesn't really matter what you're in. I could be misquoting you, but
say that again.
I think you were saying that like it doesn't really matter what mood you're in, like you're gonna grind through. And so
just keep skipping.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You can hear me? Okay. I was saying that there was a line in your song where you were talking about your mood, but you're still gonna push through. Do you know what line it is?
That's every day.
Yeah.
That's every day.
Yeah, so I wanted to know, how do you push through your moods when you're trying to be productive?
You saying like when it kind of feel like I'm distracted or like I'm kind of like not in the mood or I'm kind of like yeah. I pretty much this is how I look at it. If it don't matter, like I gotta stop saying this, but I always say I don't care. Like, but when I say I don't care, I'm not saying that like, oh, you just don't care about life. Like, you just don't care. Me, I'm not going to waste energy on being mad. I'm not going to waste energy on being sad. I'm not going to waste energy on like none of that, because that's just wasting time when I could have been not sad and making moves. Every day you got to move. Every day you got to make better than the day before. So if I had a great day today, tomorrow, I got to figure out how to make it even better, even if it's still the same, but it's still great. I just don't want to have a bad day. And you only have a bad day if you let yourself have a bad day. Like, so much could have went wrong today, but in my mind, I'm like, it's cool. You know what? All right, that happened. Boom. On to the next. So that's pretty much what I be on. Like, I don't never let nothing like, and it be close. That'd be the devil, yo. It'd be just the devil trying you, bro. But he can't get in here.
The reason why I asked you this, because I think we all have that lazy monkey that comes to us and we just don't feel like doing it. That was just not in the mood.
The devil trying to be like, yo, chill. You can chill today. Because you're going to miss the opportunity if you chill.
Right. I think one of your songs said that, no chill. Like,
nah, we ain't chilling, bro. Even when we chilling, we ain't chilling. Mm-hmm. I'll be in the studio. People will text me, what you doing? Shit, cooling. The whole time I'm cooking up. Like,
it's always that lazy monkey. And so you say that how you shift your mood is pretty much knowing that that's what it is, and then not allowing yourself to give that mood or any energy. Is
Right,
that
because it's crazy. I read this book called The Four Agreements,
mm-hmm.
and it was one, be impeccable with your word. Two, don't take things personal. Now, that's where a lot of people like mess up because people take everything personal, meaning like goes to how your day is. Stuff's going wrong. Don't take it personal. Just accept that. If you accept it, you're gonna be fine. If you accept it, you cool. Cause it's already then it's going. Like you like, all right, that happened. Now, majority of the world is gonna stay on that. Like, why are you gonna stay on that? Now you done wasted 5 hours of your day being mad or upset, like trying to like worry about something that already happened, bro. You can't rewind life. So you pretty much just gotta keep it macking. You gotta keep it going. Like
I can so relate to that because sometimes we might get stuck in a mood not knowing that it was just that mood. It was just that time.
that's 5 minutes. That's
you,
it.
that was just 5 minutes of your life, but you have so much more left to do after that 5 minutes, you know?
Bro, you got
So
the rest of
do
your life.
something else to balance out what just happened in that 5 minutes. Do something that's great that just flushes that whole 5 minutes away. You know, even if it's just like an embarrassing moment or a time frame where you were just not completely yourself or 100%, you
No,
still
that's facts. Facts.
to,
I don't even get embarrassed.
yeah, yeah.
Like I can't get embarrassed because I don't care enough to be embarrassed. Like I don't care. So that's just the ultimate way to say it. Like I don't care. I do not care. Like if it happens, it happens. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Like that's just that.
My next question for you: Woodland Hills. Do you like it there?
Say that again.
Woodland Hills. Is that where you're from, or you like
Oh
it
no,
there?
that's just where I live now. It's just a city in California.
Okay.
I'm originally from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, but then I went to high school in Delaware. So that's how I met T. Walker and all them in Delaware.
Mm.
And I moved to Cali in 2014 when I was 22.
Mm.
And then I've been Huh?
How old are you now, if you don't mind me asking?
I just turned 28 in May.
Okay.
May 6th. Yeah. But a lot of people would never know that. A lot of people think I'm like 23. Because I'm short too. I'm like 5'5", 5'6". I'm chilling. Like I be just chilling, man. And people be crazy. They be like, how old your daughter? 7. Like, yeah. People be doing that to my mom. They be like, your son's 28? How old are you? Because my mom look young too.
Yeah. Well, you know what they say.
Oh yeah, we already know.
Woodland Hills. So, what made you move there?
All right. Well, this goes back to where I'm from. So I'm from like poverty, where it's the slums, like you know what I'm saying, the hood, and then so taking a move to Cali, I pretty much told myself, if I'm gonna live in the hood in Cali, I could have stayed home because you want to get up out of there because one, there's crabs in the barrel. Two, people be hating too much of this, too much of that. I came out here to elevate. So when I first got here, I was staying in North Hollywood, which is like typical. That's where everybody goes. Mad dancers out there. I was there for a while, but then I also had family in Santa Clarita. Now that's where like a lot of my fan base and stuff is out here. I had a mixtape drop at the end of 2014, and I headlined my first concert in Hollywood in 2015. And most of the people that came was from Santa Clarita, and that was dope to me. And then I liked it out there because it's like the suburbs and it's real clean, and it reminds me of like TV, like. They had their high schools outside, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it looked like everything you watched on movies and all of that. So I'm like, oh, this shit's new. Like, this shit look crazy to me. So I like that. And then me being in the industry and me being around a lot in Cali and seeing everywhere, I realized a lot of the spots I like isn't like where I'm from. So I like the Calabasas, I like the Malibus, I like the Woodland Hills, I like all of that because it's not where I'm from. And I see it's better. Like, you can build a family out here. Like, I want my daughter to come out here. I just got the okay that I can move her to Cali with me, so I'm hyped about that. So I'm looking for a new spot now. But I like it out here because it's just, it's different. It's new. Not new.
Do you feel like you're thriving more in this environment? Because one of the keys that I always talk about in Bliss Talk is possibly changing your environment if things are not going so well with you.
I'm saying I want to make where I'm from look like this, but that's going to take money and the voice. Like, so that's why I'm just focused on getting the bag. Like, I want to help where I'm from.
Yeah.
Not like, even though I couldn't be out there chilling and all that, because like I said, there's people that probably want me dead just because they're mad at where I'm at. Like, I probably didn't even mention this, but I got into some situation last time I was back home, lost some friends, people turned on me, this and that. But that just goes to show, like, you can't be here. So I'd rather just go back to make it better rather than me actually be there. Like, I want to help Delaware and I want to help Pittsburgh because both needs help. So I want to be a part of that, and in order to do that, I need to get the bag. So that's why I'm just focused on being the best me possible. I want to be a legend, you know what I'm saying? I want to have a bag. I want to be all that. I want to have a legacy. That's what I just be focused on every day.
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that you want to be the best version of yourself. I said that you said you wanted to be the best version of yourself because if you're not the best version of yourself, or if you're not good, then you can't help anybody. Does that make sense?
Exactly.
Like, I feel like
that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's like the people that gives advice that need advice themselves. Like, bruh, how you giving advice, but you look at the situation you in? That's kind of that type thing. That's kind of that, like, somebody always getting locked up trying to tell you how not to get locked up type. Like, bruh, what? Right. You stay out first, bruh.
And sometimes that's motivation enough to keep going because, you know, you have to be straight in order to give back to your community, you know? Have to get right.
Like, I want to put money in my high school, all of that. Like,
yeah.
I want to make like a music class or something in the high school I went to.
Yeah.
Dude, like, I got so much in my head, but I just can't do nothing yet.
So how are you supporting yourself other than music?
Say that again?
How else are you supporting yourself other than music?
You mean like what else I'm doing besides music?
Mm-hmm.
I have like a manager, but we haven't been able to get into this, basically acting and everything. I've been getting into that as well. I'm trying to get my foot in the door with that. And the manager I have now, we signed literally right when coronavirus started. So when they shut down the studios and everything, I haven't been able to do anything yet because they ain't open everything back up yet. Mm-hmm. So I pretty much be just mainly entertainment, but then I also engineer and stuff on the side too. So I still do some studio work. I sell merch now. I just hustle. I do whatever I can to get the bucks. So, and I like being in my field. I did have this overnight gig, but I'm no longer there. So,
okay.
I was there for about a year and a half. That's how I got started on making my running.
Really cool. What advice would you give someone trying to build their company?
Shoot, I'm still trying to build mine, but I know what I need to do, so that's the advice I can give. You pretty much just need to get your brand out there. You need to get yourself out there as much as possible, physically and socially. I'm physically out there. Like, I know a lot of people, but socially, like on social media, I'm trying to get on that. I don't post. I like being low key, and that's why it's hard for me to really like get my social media lit because I don't take pictures for one. So I'm not a picture person. I'm a video person. Like, I used to dance, so I like performing. I'm a performer. I'm not like good with social media and stuff. So I would say for them to get their following up, they should figure out a way to get productive on their social media. So that's what I've been practicing because my best friend Chris, he almost have 500K on Instagram. He's an actor and stuff. but he's really good with Instagram and like TikTok and like all of that. So those is definitely ways to get your following up. Is to be like, you gotta try to stand out on social media. Make people want to be you. You gotta make people want to be you. Make people want to see what you're doing, and that alone is gonna get you up. Everybody want to know what you're doing. Everybody want to see you. So if you figure out a machine to where you can get that to engage, then you be good for sure. But also, I'm getting on my music video stuff. I don't have enough music videos, so you pretty much just got to be productive, and that alone will bring the people. So
yeah, I always talk amongst people who I'm close with in the community, and we're trying to figure out ways that we could get following or reaching out, because following is important. Especially when you want to be an influencer and you have a message that you want to share with people. It's not just about being famous, but if you have something you really want to say, you want to be able to get to the people in a collective. The followers that you have, the easier it is to reach people.
I agree.
Yeah. I want to know, who are you surrounding yourself with these days? They say you are who you surround yourself with.
Yeah, I'm around people with money. I'm the brokest person, and I got money. That's the crazy part. Like, I'm broke to me. Like, I'm broke, but I'm the only one out of my friends with no jewelry and stuff like that. Like, I be in the mansions with the homies, all the girlies, groupies and stuff. They still think I'm it though, because I'm just here. I don't even have to have the jewelry and stuff. So I surround myself though with everyone who is focused and locked in. Like, I still be with, like, because they say you're supposed to spend 33% of your day people on your level, 33 below, 33 above throughout your day. I probably do 66 people above me, and then the rest my level. I don't really be with, like, I don't want to be the top dog in my circle, if that makes sense. I don't want to be like, I want to be around people I'm like trying to be inspired by. Like, that's how you win. If you the top dog, it's hard to elevate from that, because everybody want your head. Everybody want to do what you doing. Everybody looking at you is the goal when you trying to elevate. That can't work like that. I'm trying to elevate, so I can't be the top dog of who I'm with. If that makes sense.
So true. That's so true. I said that's so true. Like, you want to be in a position where you can learn at all times, learn something.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. So that was actually my Bliss Talk tonight. You answered all 5 questions. I really do it. I do this every night at 7 p.m. If you guys want to catch on this episode we talked about, it'll be posted in my IG. Spoke with Wes about, what was one of his biggest challenges coordinating his video today, which is posted on his page right now. It's actually a beautiful video. Yet you guys, I also talked to him about foods, and that was very inspiring to chat with you about pushing. Not feeling as productive. Yeah, and we talked about moving to what. Yeah, and then we all. Now we people in here, we're just about to close out, but.
Word. I'm getting mad.
But we also talked about. We also talked about getting advice about building our following and how important following is when you're trying to get a message across to people. And then we also talked about surrounding ourselves with mentors, people that we can look up to and learn from. That's also very important. And if you follow me, you can follow me at cbliss_page on Instagram. I post all of these videos on YouTube as well. Make sure you subscribe. That's Bliss Talk Show on YouTube. I have a website, Bliss Talk Show. Before we leave out of here today, I want us to get one question or two for Wes. And then while you guys are in the message, Wes, will you get all of your social media information so we can go support you?
Yeah, my website is lastnamebanks.com, spelled regular, lastnamebanks.com. And all my social media is last name Banks, but in Banks, it's a V instead of an A. But on my website, you should pretty much get any link you want. My YouTube, Twitter, IG, everything's on my website at lastnamebanks.com.
Dope. Any questions? Anybody want to ask us some questions tonight? I see Brooke is in here.
This is my first time on this live. Like, I haven't even went live on my account. This is my first time ever on here.
You should try it. I think that's something that's cool to build a following too. You know, I've been doing the Bliss Talks every night, and I think I've over 200 followers in the past, like, 3 weeks or so.
That's crazy.
It's very simple, like subtle changes that you make in regards to social media that makes some difference. So, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for having me today.
No, thank you for coming. I appreciate you being here on time as well.
Oh, yeah. I had to tell T, I said, bro, I don't know if I can smoke on here. I'm going to get busy before she called me. Before I get over here.
Oh, I've had people smoke on here before.
Oh, damn. Then I should do my traditional. I should do a bong rip real quick for y'all then. I got a beautiful bong right here. I don't have a name for it yet, but she's beautiful. Oh, I got T-Walk shirt on right now.
Oh, yeah, happy energy.
But this is my boo-boo.
Oh. Sweater.
Fancy.
It's very fancy.
I'm gonna take a rep for y'all.
I had one person ask me, where is my bong at? Like, she was like, this is what we were doing to get the memo. I was like, no, I shouldn't get the memo.
The gas pack only. Smoke the gas.
Hey. Well, let's take it, Wes. And I
Yeah, for sure. I got a new project finna come out, 5 songs. And I'm about to shoot some videos for those. So, new stuff coming soon. I got some merch I just paid for. So I'm about to have some new merch coming out, t-shirts, hoodies. So it's about to be fun.
Hey. All right. Well, then, I guess I'll talk to you next time we talk then.
Yeah, for sure. Be safe, you know what I'm saying? Make sure every day better than the next.
Yeah.
Better than the day before. All of that. Elevate. Read as many books as you can. Smoke as much weed as you can. Don't let people tell you what to do. Do what you want, man. And that's that.
That's that. Thanks again.
Yeah.
Have a great day and weekend.
All right. You too.
Bye.
Bye.